Hi, I'm Christopher Wager, recording an edit on JodyHorton Photography's website, jodyhorton.com. When you open up right away, you open into a food photography gallery, Food 1. There's also a Food 2. Scrolling through the images here on Food 1, and then again on Food 2, you could tell there's not really much of a difference between the images. I would recommend combining the two galleries into one food photography gallery, really, shortening the amount of images you have, just highlight the best ones you have. If you go down to people, a lot of images about people in and around food. Some of them seem to be more food photography images, like this one here and this one here, less about the actual person, more about the food. Going through all of the galleries, though, you do notice there is a lot of images. If you come over to Farm here, a lot of these are diptychs and triptychs, which really makes everything a lot more crowded and busy feeling. I would recommend more of a slideshow view. If you click on one of the images, you actually go to a slideshow view. And when you look here at the slideshow view, you get a better understanding of the image and a lot less crowded, still with easy navigation from one to the other. Going down to books, if you look at books, these are still in this collage style of layout, but if you actually click on the images, it tells you the name of the image and for the publication it was put in. I feel like books and tear sheets can easily be combined into one gallery. Tear sheets is very similar, has all of the magazine clippings and the publication clippings where the images were published within the layout. If you combine this with the books, you can save on space, look a lot cleaner, a lot neater. You just have less going on over here in the navigation bar. Moving over to stories, you have stories about oysters, clams, and squirrels. When you go into the galleries here, once again, collage style, not the navigation through a slideshow, which I would recommend. But these images here kind of tell photojournalistic stories about, here we have the oyster harvesters, moving over here to clammers, and the squirrels. Most of these galleries, because of the diptychs and the triptychs and the sheer number of images in each gallery, I would recommend slimming them down and highlighting the best of each gallery. There's over 240 images on this whole website, and that's not including the ones that are set up as diptychs and triptychs. I feel like to make it easier on the eyes, it would really help to just choose less images that are better quality. If you move over here to contacts, it gives you the studio phone number and the email, which you can also find down here. The only thing I would recommend is neither one of these emails have the ability to be clicked on, and in order to actually email him, you need to copy and paste instead of clicking on a link to the email, which would be a lot easier for clients. There's all your social media down here, newsletter you can sign up for. Moving over to About, you have your bio, your clients' awards, and your press. Click on Bio, gives you a brief blurb about the artist and a picture of the artist. The picture's always good, kind of puts a face behind the photographer, which is really good and makes you feel a little more comfortable when you finally meet him. Moving over to clients and awards, there's a list of the clients that he's worked with and awards he's won. And we have press. I would not be hesitant to think about combining press with your clients and awards. They're separate, but they're not separate enough where I think they deserve their own drop-down menu. This could easily just be placed in the same page underneath clients and awards towards the bottom here, and it would work just as well. If you move over to the blog, it opens up in a separate window, which is nice. Kind of keeps you where you were on the website and just kind of shows you everything at the blog. And Only problem I've noticed with the blog is some of these images are bigger than your browser window when you first open it. So you need to physically minimize your browser and zoom out just to see most of the image, not even the whole image in some of these cases. So it kind of gives you less of an overall understanding of some of these images. The other thing I notice is not all these images can be clicked on and open up in their own window to kind of show you what they are. You click on some of them like this one, it actually will do that, which is good, but it's still, once again, it's still bigger than the browser window, which kind of takes away from the image. So if you go back here, you can click back on his logo, and it brings you back to the home page, which is always a great little button to have in there. Okay, that was my review on JodyHorton.com. Thank you. Have a good day.